Aaron, our skinny body type, is literally eating 1,000 calories more than AJ every day, despite weighing half as much.
Jeremy. Guys, growing up is realizing that Coach Greg has been right all along. Coach Greg, in today's video, we're going to learn how to transform our bodies, but first we need to know what our body types are. I was able to keep a straight face on that. Learning your body type, as if that's going to matter on what you're going to need to do in order to lose some weight or to put on muscle. Regardless of your body type, you have to eat in a calorie deficit to lose the body fat, and you have to lift weights to build the muscle. It really is that simple. And so if you think that you're going to watch this video and somehow you're going to figure out your body type and then you're going to need this much grams of protein and this many grams of carbs and fat and this much cardio in order to transform your physique, well, this is not the video for you. I'm going to watch this video from Jeremy Ethier and essentially laugh about it, joke about it, talk about it, and teach you the realities of this world.
You probably fall into one of these 4 body types.
Nope, probably don't. I'm Coach Greg. My body, it's unique. I'm a short manlet, loads of muscle. I put on muscle very, very easily, and unlike you, I do a shit ton of cardio. And so, no, we're not all going to fit into one of these labels.
To find out, I brought in men and women of completely different body types.
They're not completely different. Some eat too much and some don't. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, that changes the game.
Your body type, it's based on how big of a calorie surplus that you're actually in. Whether you're 5'6" or 6'6", whether you're 300 pounds or 200 pounds, you got there because you either ate too much food or you didn't move enough.
By the end of this video, you'll know which body type you fall under, why your body works the way it does.
I would think that I have a slow metabolism.
No, you don't. The bigger you are, the faster your metabolism. The problem is you eat even more.
This is Aaron. He is very lean at just 13% body fat, but his total muscle mass is below average.
13% isn't very lean, it's lean. Very lean, single-digit body fat. 13% essentially, it's healthy. It's exactly where you should be. Somewhere between 10 and 15% body fat for most men, that's where you want to be. 15%, hey, that's about ideal. And so 13, it's just good. It's not very lean. Oh my God. The only reason he's saying it's very lean is because all you idiots eat way too much food and don't exercise enough. And so you're giving credit to a guy who's 13% body fat when that's what he should be after all.
Aaron falls into our first body type, the skinny physique.
That's a skinny physique. No, it's a healthy physique. Why are you saying he's skinny? He isn't skinny. When I envision skinny, I pictured it being kind of like an insult. Like, you're putting somebody down. Kind of like when you say you're a fat piece of shit. Skinny is the opposite of fat. It's somehow not good. This is good. Do you understand what I'm saying?
This is a naturally lean, slender look, characterized by a smaller frame, low muscle mass, and less fullness in your shoulders, arms, and legs.
Rather than saying they're skinny, I could say that they're short. If Coach Greg was in this video, I'd probably be the same height as that guy. The only difference is I've lifted weights for 40 years. That is the main difference.
While you can be healthy and active across multiple body types, there were different health risks we found that seem to affect certain body types more than others.
You really think there are health risks to that gentleman who's called skinny? That's the healthiest man in this entire lineup by far. Not close, by far. And so if that's skinny, that should be your goal.
Skinny fat. Now in clothes, this actually looks quite similar to the skinny body type.
Bro looks about average. And so if you call this skinny fat, I call this average. He doesn't look like he has no muscle whatsoever. He doesn't look abnormally fat. He looks like an average Joe.
You may have noticed that 2 of our subjects in this group happen to be identical twins, Paola and Paola.
How in the world are these identical twins? One is 2 inches shorter than the other. They don't look identical at all. I have a twin. We're not identical. We look about the same as this. This is identical. Clearly, I have no visual ability to distinguish. These 2 look like different people. They don't look like twins to me, but yet they are.
This is Sahil, and he falls under our third body type, bulky.
And so next is bulky. They have a lot of muscle and a lot of fat, but yet they don't have a lot of fat. They're a little bit overweight, but they're not fat. And so if there's 4 categories depicted here, there's probably about 40 in total.
But while Sahil and Eric have above average levels of muscle mass, they also have slightly above average levels of body fat.
Problem is, it's not above average amounts of body fat. It's more body fat than they should have. But this is about average. This is the typical man. The typical man doesn't have 15% body fat. Most men's body fat percentage is in the 20s, and tons are 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond.
Your body fat percentage is 33.7%.
Oh.
Why'd you say it like that? Is that higher or lower?
I thought it would be higher.
Yeah, because it's higher than that. What did he do? A DEXA scam? An in-body scam? A Sika scam? These body fat tests, have we not proven that they're just guesses by this point? I mean, it makes for fun videos, but they're guessing. She isn't 33% body fat. She's clearly more.
Final body type, which is categorized by a significantly high level of body fat, over 30% for men and over 40% for women.
And so the final body fat percentage is for fat people, above 30% for men and above 40% for women. And so essentially we can just say they're obese.
So you actually have more muscle than every girl who's here today and most of the guys, which is crazy
work out.
considering you do not work out.
I gotta carry this
doesn't work out at
body
all.
around.
As she knows, because she's 323 pounds, every time she moves, she's technically lifting weights. And if you don't know how this feels, compared to her twin sister, that's right, these 2 girls are twins, despite the fact that one is 6 inches taller than the other. Imagine what it's like to be her every single day. Let's say her sister, 123 pounds, herself, 323 pounds. And so if you're a 123 pound female, put a 200 pound male onto your back and go for a walk. Tell me if you're not building up your quads. Tell me if you're not going to get stronger than last time. And so when you're morbidly obese, you're consistently carrying weight throughout the day. And so essentially you're lifting weights 24 hours a day. And that's why you have more muscle than the typical person.
And based on the visuals, you might already be able to tell which body type you are. But if you want to figure it out through a calculation,
You can use this table here to figure it out.
Skinny, under 18% body fat. Skinny fat, over 18% body fat. You trying to tell me you're skinny fat if you're 18.5% body fat? You're leaner than 75% of the world. You're not skinny fat if you're leaner than 75% of the world. Bulky, between 18 and 30%, high body fat above 30. These numbers are so artificially made up that based on nothing that it was just thrown together for a video. Probably fed ChatGPT, make up some nonsense so that I can record a video.
You just look at your body fat percentage and your BMI, which is your weight divided by your height squared.
And so my BMI is over 27 and my body fat is under 10. Which one am I? None. And so my BMI is approximately 30. And so I'm either in the bulky or high body fat category because I'm above 27 and not below. And as my body fat is about 9, give or take. And so 9 is less than 18, so it can't be that. And 9 is not above 30, and so it can't be that. And so I'm in neither of these categories. And so where's Coach Greg category? Maybe they can call the 5th category the Coach Greg category. Your body fat is under 18, and you're not a skinny person.
the athletic physique, which is defined by an above average amount of muscle paired with low body fat, usually below 18% body fat for guys and below 28% for women.
Aha, and so athletic guys under 18% body fat, but the first gentleman, the guy who was skinny, he had 13% body fat. And so how is he not athletic? Let me give you some knowledge here. Every single athlete in the Tour de France is under 18% body fat. Almost every single athlete in the NBA below 18% body fat. Almost all NHL hockey players, almost all athletes are under 18%. And almost every single one of them that's not on performance-enhancing drugs and who doesn't require to be huge in order to play sports are not going to be in that category. They're going to be considered skinny. Having big muscles doesn't make you an athlete. Being good at sports and playing sports makes you athletic.
Max and Bailey are both aspiring bodybuilders, whereas Ethan and Nicole are both incredibly lean, but aren't actually carrying that much more muscle than some of our skinnier body types.
This guy on the left, he looks almost like the first guy, the guy that they said was skinny. Do you really see a huge difference here? And this female on the right in the blue, 90 19.5% body fat, fat-free mass index of 14.87. Is she skinny or is she athletic? Who cares? To be an athlete for women, you got to have under 28% body fat. And for men, under 18%. And somehow that's athletic. You're telling me that if you're at 17% body fat for men and 27% body fat for women, which is frankly a little bit overweight, it's not a lot over, it's just a little bit, that's somehow athletic, so long as you have a little bit of muscle, more than the average person. The average person doesn't work out. Only about 20% of the world actually lifts weights. And so if you're part of the 20%, you just show up to the gym occasionally, most likely you're probably going to be athletic, so long as you don't over binge.
Where nobody knows who's watching this is that you two are actually sisters.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show the level of influence that your environment can have, as in the foods that you're eating. I mean, they have similar genetics. They have the same parents, but yet one is morbidly obese and the other is, frankly, on the thinner side. And so even with similar genetics, one might have more hunger hormones. They might be hungrier than last time. The other person might be less hungry. Or one could just be overeating all the time and the other consistently trying to restrict themselves. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algo for Algorex, and watch one of those two bloops. To get sponsored, to get coached, and to carry my shit in your stores, click the link right now. And until next time, out.